Hello, Kelvin. I was just
Hello,
gonna
hello.
nag you.
No, I was just like, what's going on? And then, boom, I got the notification, so we're good.
Okay, perfect. Let's
Okay, let's set everything up here.
mhm.
I like the hat, the hat indoors.
Thank you. I was gonna go outdoors, but I think the wind might be too loud. We've got
Yeah,
the Cali wind today.
honestly, like the I don't know if it's been the same for your neighborhood, but like I live in like a residential area, and there's like a bunch of trees and stuff that have just like been broken. So yeah, I think it's a good idea for you to stay in.
Yeah, I live like there's hella buildings, like tall buildings where I'm at. So it's like
Mhm.
a big whirlwind right between the buildings. So being
Okay.
on my balcony is probably not the best.
We're just doing the live and then you just blow off the top of the building. I think that'd be a little bit of that'd be good content. I'm not gonna lie, but
It would be
I
good content, you know? I think we get lots of views.
can't.
I think we'd get hella views.
We make the news not for a good reason. Local Calgary girl blown up
While
apartment
doing a
building.
live for work.
More at 8. I'm like, what?
Stay tuned for the final scoop.
They're gonna be pressure washing you off the floor. Mother Piper, no.
Well, that'd be a pretty cool POV, though, I
Oh my
must say.
god. That'd be good. I'd get lots of views on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. POV, watch me get blown off my apartment.
That would be too good. It would be too good. Okay.
Okay.
Um, come join. We've got 3 amazing viewers.
Yes. Hello, hello. I think it's good if we introduce ourselves a little bit. We went on a little bit of a spiel tangent. But I'm Kelvin. I work for the marketing department as a marketing assistant. And yeah, I've been working at Love Caravan for like 2 months now, so I'm a little bit fresh. But yeah, it's been really cool. And we get to do a lot of fun stuff at the nonprofit. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Yeah. What about you, Piper? Give a little
Awesome. Thank
intro.
you, Kelvin. So, like Kelvin said, I think I joined the same day as he did. So, like 2 months now. My name's Piper. I work as a fundraising officer at Love Caravan. I currently work for the PR team right now. And yeah, it's been pretty great. We get to do lots of fun events like this. So, I can't complain. It's a great place to work.
Yeah, honestly, I think like one of the best parts about working at Love Caravan is that there's always something new. I don't think I've ever had a dull day at work where I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing the same. It's like there's always something going on. Like I'm the type of person where I get bored if I do the same thing over and over again. So like working in an environment where like, you know, something new is always happening always keeps me focused. So at least on the marketing side. I don't know about like your department, but at least on our department, there's always something going on. So
Hey, if you're doing it right, something should always be going on.
something's always changing. So just a little bit more about Love Caravan since we kind of touched a little bit upon like our mission statement. So we're a nonprofit. We're based in BC, but a lot of our like team works like across Canada. Like we have people in Calgary, we have people in Vancouver, obviously in Toronto, and like just all around Canada in general. Basically, like our mission statement is to bridge the relationships between like young people and seniors because we've noticed that there's a disconnect. And basically what our mission is to bring the youth and the senior community together. And we do that through like a variety of different ways, which we'll talk about later on. So basically, what we're this live is going to be focused more on is like our online talent show contest. And basically, like once again, it's to bridge the intergenerational gap and strengthening the connection of the youth and senior communities. But I think that's a good overview of our mission statement. What do you think, Piper?
Yeah, that's an amazing job, Kelvin. So, like, if you're wondering, like, how can this fit into just like everyday life? Well, it's like think about the effect that your grandparents have had on your personal life, and a lot of seniors in the community feel like they don't have that connection with youths of our society today. So that is what we're looking to mitigate with Love Caravan and our events.
Yeah, so like what Piper basically says that like at least from like my personal experience, like I came from I came from a country in Africa called Ghana. I wasn't born here, and like having that like intergenerational relationship with my parents was with my grandparents was something that was very normal. And then I came here, and it wasn't. I realized that it was such a culture shock because like we don't even like where I was born. We don't even have like senior homes. Like basically, like your grandparents just live with you, right? And here it's much different. And so like I think the reason why I actually like even applied to work at Love Caravan and like why I feel very passionate about our nonprofit is because it's such a pressing issue, and I think it's something that is very important, especially in our society today. So that's just a little bit about our nonprofit. If you want to find out more information, you can like go on our website and you can just like look at lovecaravan.ca. You'll see like our events and stuff that we host. So let's move on to like the main meat and potatoes, which is like advertising like our online talent show slash contest. So basically, the format that we want to get for our contest is basically like a 2 minute video. Less than 2 minutes is ideal because we don't want something that's super long. And there's two different categories, right? So we have like the stereotypical like dancing, singing, swimming, like instruments, sports, like we have that sort of thing where it's like more performance based, where like someone is actually doing something. But then we have another category, which is like content creation. So like if you do vlogs, if you do like food creation videos, if you do parkour, like any sort of content creation. And if you think that like, you do that on your spare time, whatever, I think like you should submit a video. Like Piper could speak a little bit more on that since she's actually a contestant in the video, in the
Yeah,
contest.
thank you, Kelvin. That was an awesome intro to kind of what we are looking for from these applicants. So, like Kelvin said, I did submit a video to our campaign because not only is it a great opportunity for the nonprofit organization and for our community as a whole, but also just for artists and creators and creative minds and athletes to have a chance to expose their talent that they are so passionate about in such a simple way because of the online modality. Like, I didn't even film anything new. I just sent in a video that I did like a year ago, and it took me 2 minutes. I just shared it through Drive, and then I filled out an application form, and bada bing, bada boom, it was done. So what's so amazing about it is the easy access, and it's easily accessible to all people. And if you think that it's not, it is.
I think like another thing too that's kind of sets us apart from like other like talent contests or whatever is that like we're not limited in like what kind of videos we want you to submit. Like we're not asking us like if you're not someone who has like what I would call like a normal talent, like maybe like a singer or dancer or whatever. If you have something that's a really cool talent, like if you're a juggler, like if you know how to juggle, like you can submit a video. Like if you know how to ride a unicycle, you can submit a video. Like we're not the type of organization or like the contest isn't very limited in the sense of like, oh, we only want like dancers or we only want like singers. Those are great to have, and if that's like your talent and that's something you want to like showcase, that's cool too. But we're just saying that we're very open, and we're actually looking forward to like people who have talents that aren't usually like what I would call like normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And like Kelvin said, we are so open to what we are expecting from these videos. So you don't have to be the best dancer in the world. You don't have to have the best anything. You don't even have to be the best at riding a bike to send in a bike video. So
Yeah.
we just want you guys to know how easily accessible it is, and that anyone has something that we want to see from this.
And and obviously like there's pricing involved, like so since we have two different categories, the first category once again is like content creation, and then the second category is more like on the performance side. So there's like 8 opportunities for you to win, and like the first place prize is $1,500, which I don't know about you, but that's a pretty sizable amount of money to win for a contest for a video that's like less than 2 minutes, like less than 2 minutes. So like you know our second place prize is $1,000, and we have two third place prizes for $750. So like it's like there's lots of opportunities for people to win, and like the faster you can get your videos in, the more views and stuff, and like more engagement that they can get, the higher up or the better chances that you have of winning. And so I think like this is a good time to remind, like the deadline is on June 26th, um, which is coming up very soon. That's like in 10 days. So like, the deadline is ticking, but I think like the prize pool, like having 8 chances to win is pretty cool if I'm being honest.
Yeah, totally. And like, so those are our 8 prizes that are completely available to everybody, no matter how talented or what talent you are. We're not gonna play favorites and only pick dancers or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Um,
There's no
but
admission fee too. Like you can literally
yeah,
like there's literally no cost. Like you just have to send us the video and like, and then we just go from there.
exactly. And even if you are not one of those 8 that are chosen, which you very well could be, we are also hosting a cross Canada volunteer tour. And we would like a lot of our applicants, especially ones that are so diverse and have unique talents to show, we would like them to come perform live with us on this cross Canada volunteer tour, which is also an opportunity that all 8 winners will have the chance to say yes to if they're available, of course.
And so like yeah, with like the cross Canada tour, basically it's like a good opportunity. Like if you've ever wanted to travel across Canada, like ever, it's a really good opportunity because you get to go to like all the different provinces and you get to go to a bunch of different cities, all cost free. Like we cover everything, like like hotel, like food, like we cover basically the logistics like regarding the event. And so like it's something that you get to like showcase your talent across Canada. Like you get to do what you love, which is your talent, and you get to like get exposure, and you get to see Canada. Like Canada's a beautiful country. Like I've only had the pleasure of only visiting a couple of provinces, so like having to do something like this where you get to see a bunch of different cities, like major cities across Canada, is something that's really cool. And like I think like spending your summer like touring across Canada is pretty sick if I'm being honest. So um, I think like we could talk a little bit more about that then, like what the kind of logistics around the caravan would.
Yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
about which cities they would get to go to. And we've been planning some really fun ones.
Yeah.
So let's start off with the cities where we're planning on having our public live
Oh,
big events.
Pipe,
Yeah,
I
you
think
want
I
to
have a
start us off?
question. I think we'll have
Oh,
a
yes.
question here. Let's see here. Could you submit different videos for your different talents? Yes, I don't see why not. So like if you want to do like different categories, so like if you submit a video and it's like a vlog, then I'll go in like the content creation category. But let's say you're a dancer and you submit a video for like the dance category. So then you
Hmm.
could have 2 videos in 2 different categories. So that does work. Um,
Yeah,
and-
and there are also ways that you can. So you send in both of your talents to both categories, but there's also bonus points that you can get for adhering to our passionate message of intergenerational connection. So if you had like your grandma join in on like your food tasting video or something, or if your grandpa like was really good at basketball, like you guys shooting some 3 pointers or something for 2 minutes, that would be so sick. And like that is exactly what we want to see, and we would love to bring to these communities all over Canada during our tour.
Yeah, so like you get bonus points. We call them bonus points for like having like someone who's like, they don't necessarily have to be like your biological grandparent or anything like that. But if you have somebody that's like that plays that kind of like senior mentorship role in your life, it's really cool because we want to show that sort of type of relationship. Because I know like I wouldn't be the type of person I am now without like my grandparents and like not even just my grandparents, like the older people in my life, right? So I think like if you can incorporate that somehow into your video, you definitely get some bonus points from us, at least in the marketing department. So yeah, um, yeah. So we do like different. So like with the cross Canada tour, like we have like public events. I think Piper, if you want to talk a little bit more about that, like what
Yeah, I would love to.
yeah.
So, as I'm the fundraising officer and I work on the PR team, we've been developing and setting these places where we want to go for our public events. And these include Calgary, Alberta, which is an arts hub and a multicultural hub. And there's just so many amazing, diverse people in this community.
That's where we
Um,
live.
That is where we live, so maybe we're biased, but
Definitely
um,
biased.
I think Calgary's pretty amazing. Um, and then, so if you're from Calgary, which I know there's some people who are watching today that are from Calgary, um, sign up already. Come on, you're already here. And then we're also planning on going to Toronto. And you know, summers in Toronto, there'll be concerts going on. There'll be amazing weather. All the amazing food that Toronto has. Like, if you haven't been there, you want to go there. Toronto's gorgeous. And then our last one is Halifax. And
Yeah,
Halifax is, there's a reason why the majority of seniors like to retire
tired there.
to Halifax because it's so gorgeous and the
Yeah,
ocean is right there. And we'd be able to do interactive activities while we're there. And once again, it would completely be paid for by Love Caravans. So if you're interested in any of those public events where we would have local art installations, food, drinks, activities, all that jazz, and you get to perform, of course. So
yeah. Like I said, like I think like we need to like reiterate the point of how like we take care of like all the logistics. You just have to show up and be like eager to perform. That's all that we ask. Like, and you know, like we're a nonprofit. Like none of what we're doing is for like commercial purposes. Everything that we're doing is just solely for giving back to the community and you know building those sort of relationships, right? And so like yeah, like it's a really amazing opportunity, especially like considering that like once again we take care of the logistics behind it. Just show up. And so like I think like now we should like talk more about like different examples of like things that you know we've seen as of people that we've had on the Caravan of Talents before.
yeah,
Uh, so like
totally.
so like I think we've had people who've done like horseback riding, which that one I don't know how we're gonna get the horse all the way to Toronto, but I think I think that's the event. That's good. That's gonna be for the event planning team to figure out. But yeah, like we've had people do like what like juggling water bottles. I think like is that was
Yeah.
that one? Yeah, that was another one we've had to. We had this guy. I think we posted him on our Instagram page like either I think today or yesterday, where he was doing like a ring circus type of thing, like insane core strength needed to do that. But like I think like we have a lot of diversity, especially when it comes to like talent and stuff. And so like I said, don't be afraid to like submit your video. Like we'll we'll watch it and we'll probably put it up, right?
We will
So like
100% put it up. Like no matter, like that's our job. We gotta put it up. We gotta give exposure to these artists.
yeah, and so like if you're an artist and you want exposure, like free exposure, and you know you want to showcase your talent, I think like coming to the Caravan of Talents is definitely the way to go. Um, yeah, let's talk more about you, Piper, because you're working for us and you are a guest. You know, you are a guest on this live, and so like it's you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit of like why you signed up?
So why I signed up, of course, I was already intrigued with this campaign because I work here and I helped like build up a lot of stuff about it. But why I joined specifically is because not like there's always an opportunity to share what you love and to share what you love doing with people who might love the same thing. And giving this opportunity, like if you let opportunities just fly right past you, like your life is going to be so dull. Um,
Yeah.
you have to take all opportunities you have, not with a grain of salt, but with like a mountain worth of effort and care. And this is just such a simple opportunity that it would be ridiculous if I didn't send in a video, you know?
No, I definitely agree. Like, especially when it comes to like different opportunities and stuff, you get so little of them in life that like, you know, like when it comes to something like this where like you're submitting a video that's like less than 2 minutes, like you never know what could change your life, right? Like it's the little things. And I definitely agree with you with like the idea that like not missing out on opportunities like this, you know, especially ones that don't require that much initial commitment, you know.
Yeah.
So like, could you like tell us a little bit more about like why you're fond about like Love Caravan and like maybe the Caravan of Talents?
Yeah, so why I fell in love with Love Caravan is because once again, it's nonprofit. Like the director and all the employees and all of our volunteers, they aren't doing this because like we're rich and making money. We don't. It's for the community. Like it's completely just for connecting seniors with youth through arts and really getting something that connects with all people on the auditory and visual level, and just creates so much positivity and love in our community. So that's why I fell in love with Love Caravan and their message. And it's just like amazing. Like you never find, like, how often do you come across just a good-hearted cause?
I think it make like I definitely agree with you, especially like the way that we go about spreading our mission. Like we do it in a very, what I would say, I think it's like a very unique way where we go through like with art and like exhibiting like different cultures and stuff. And I
Yeah,
think like that's what makes like Love Caravan like so different from other nonprofits that might have something similar. And
yeah,
like again, like our group is super diverse with like the type of people that we have, and I think it shows like with the type of content that we get and the type of stuff that we post. It's like super wide ranging because like our work team and like even like everything that we put out is just showcasing like different stuff that you normally wouldn't see, and like that's the whole point of like LC, right? And so like since you talked a little bit more about like how like diverse the group is, can you tell us more about how like we benefit like people who are applicants, like who are applying?
yeah, totally. So, obviously, our team that we work with and that fills up our employees and our interns and our director, everyone is from like diverse international backgrounds. Like Kelvin already said, he's from Ghana.
Yeah.
We have so many people who work with us that are from China or are living in places that we are not right now, which is made accessible through this online modality. And as a caravan of talents, applicant, participant, whoever, since you are able to send in a video from anywhere across the like world, where we can give you exposure to something you might not have access to. Like if your community or you happen to not be very well off money wise, like this is free for you and just for you to expose your talent where somewhere that you couldn't do it before. So I think that by giving all of these people and all these talented artists and athletes the ability to like actually give their talent to other people and have other people see them and receive them and love them for it, I just think that's so amazing. Like that's so heartwarming, and I'm so excited to even be a part of it, let alone work for this company, you know?
Yeah, honestly, like I think the other thing is too is that like we're not limited only like in Canada. Like if you're anywhere else in the world and you want to submit a video, like we can totally make that happen. And like we encourage that actually, because I think like the world is a much better place when we get to see how other people do things and like get exposure for other cultures. And I think like that's I think from my opinion, like that's the greatest thing about Canada is how like diverse we are. And I think like Love Caravan does a good job of like spreading that message, right? And so I think like as an applicant, like I think we give you that exposure that you might not normally get. And like with like the internet and social media, it's a lot easier to get yourself out there if you're someone who's an artist, right? So like if you could talk a little bit more about how we benefit like the arts community then, Piper.
Yeah, I would love to. So not only are we promoting artists of all different types, we are also promoting the idea of youth benefiting the world in a time where people might not take youth as seriously. And so the Caravan of Talents and Love Caravan, we are completely youth-led. And how this benefits society is that it gives youth the chance to actually put some like responsibility on themselves and give themselves like the time of day to like just be free with their ideas and creative and see how their passions can help society. Like today alone, Kelvin and I were talking about how we feel like almost like imposters living in
Yeah.
this society and doing this job, because our director has so much faith in just youth, all of our applicants, all of our volunteers. Like he does not take anyone's word for granted, and Love Caravan is just spreading that message that youth can do this and that youth can connect us back together, and that youth is what's saving society, and doing it mostly through arts and music and things that everyone loves.
Yeah, and like we were talking about it before, like our whole organization from like top down is run by people who are youth. Like most of the people who work for Love Caravan are like students. And to me, that like when I first started here, I thought I'd be like the only student, but I didn't know the entire organization was run by students. And like think like once again, like our director puts a lot of faith in us, and like that's why we encourage a lot of youth to like submit videos and stuff, just because like we are going to be the future, right? And so it makes sense for us to be the one to start changes and like to push that, right? I think of a comment from Taylor. She says this gives people the opportunity to create within yourself, and how beautiful is this platform to promote that. And yeah, she's exactly right. Like I think like as a human, like this might be a little bit more philosophical out there, but like as human beings, like I think our innate, like something that is innately within us is the ability to express ourselves. And I think like this is the perfect opportunity, right? And I think that, you know, being able to express yourself and be given a platform where other people can see you express yourself is probably like the highest, you know, the highest level of human expression, right?
Soft
And so I think like that, I think that's how we benefit. Pardon?
Yeah, I agree 100%. And so
Yeah.
like you were saying, um oh, what were you saying?
About the expression part, I told you I was going somewhere with the philosophy, like I was
No,
philosoph
I'm right there
as my
with you. My word
as
is
my
on the
friend
tip
would
of my
say,
tongue.
philosophizing. Not even a word. But like I think, like I genuinely believe that's what we benefit, like the arts community, and like that's what participants get out of it, you know. And but yeah, like if you could tell us a little bit more about like what your favorite stories like regarding your talent, Piper. Like, you know, I know you're a dancer, so like I know you gotta have some spicy stories. Come on, fill us in.
Oh, I have many, many spicy stories. So a couple of people that are viewing today can attest to a lot of these stories. And so one of my favorite is, there's this competition that's also in Calgary, and it's held at the Edge Center.
Mhm.
And they play a special music when you get a score over 95.
Mhm.
And the song is
Like in a
Titanium.
contest?
Yeah, so
Okay, okay,
when
okay.
like we're all sitting on stage and we're waiting to hear our results, and the song Titanium, yes, that's Haley's school. Haley goes to Edge. Woo woo woo. And they play the song Titanium, and just the whole room erupts with such positive energy, because like that is so mind-blowing that everyone can agree that one group or one dancer or one piece was just so amazing that it was, there were
Like
no corrections to it. And then just feeling that positive energy around you, that's what I love so much about the art community. Like there's so much positivity, and people just want to see other people love what they're doing and express themselves, like you said, in a
mhm.
philosophical way. Like I remember what I was going to say now. So like this whole self-expression thing, how many times have you been told in your life that you can't do it, you won't find success like this, you won't be able to turn dance or horseback riding or
It's
food
anything.
content creation into something? Well, we are turning it into something. If you send in your video and we pick you, we are going to pay for you to perform that all over Canada. And yeah, and we're gonna pay you. We'll pay you to do it. Like
Yeah, like
that's
exactly like what
amazing.
you said. I think like a lot of people get discouraged about like their different talents and stuff. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to be an artist, and my parents like, no, like you can't be an artist. Like, you know, there's a whole joke about how artists, they get paid when they die, and like because they don't actually get paid when they're alive, they get paid when they're dead, and then at that point the money's useless. So like
Yep.
I wanted to be an artist when I was a kid, and obviously that didn't work out. I'm not Picasso or, you know, anybody like that, but I think like if I had like, you know, had that encouragement and had like opportunities like this available to me, then it would have been easier for me to be like, hey, like listen, like these people are willing to pay me for my art, like come on, mom and dad, you know. And so like I think like it's a good opportunity, you know, especially if you have some sort of unique or what I would call like obscure talent to showcase, right? Um,
The
But
more
yeah,
obscure, the better, honestly.
yeah,
And,
honestly.
and yeah,
Oh,
like you said, when you're told that like no, you can't do it, and you never have that support behind you, that doesn't change the fact that you love it and that you have passion for it. So, and who's the one deciding what is good and what is bad? Sometimes the ugliest art pieces sell for the
self for
most
the
amount of
most.
money.
And I don't get it. So you know what? That's okay that I don't understand it. But yeah,
See,
it's like one of those things.
exactly.
It's like one of those things where like I think that like a lot of people um, don't understand like the type of opportunities that are out there. And like you
Yeah.
said, like if literally less than 2 minutes, like if the video doesn't even have to be that long, but it has to be less than 2 minutes. And like I enjoy watching the submission videos because like part of the marketing team, like we submit all the stuff on our Instagram page and Facebook and everything. So like I get to see them. So like honestly, some of the stuff I'm like, damn, I'm like, some people can do that. I'm questioning myself. I'm like, what did I do in my life? Like, look at these people. Like,
Where
somebody's
did
doing
I
like
go
back.
wrong?
Some people doing backflips. I'm like, oh my god! Like, we had this whole thing with like this group called like the Dragon Lords, and like they're a martial arts group, and like they're so cool to watch. And like, I'm like, man, I just wish I had some sort of talent, I could showcase like in this manner. So like, if you're that person, you got that talent, hey, why not let it fly, right? So let it
Yeah.
fly
So
and
if
just
there's
apply.
any jujitsu, it's like, oh, what about how crazy would this be? Like in the cadets, people
Mhm.
like fly planes. What if you put your
Oh,
GoPro up in the plane?
while you're
That'd be
flying a
crazy.
plane, oh my god, that would be that. Oh man, I
Okay,
would.
we might have to make a new whole award for that. Like,
How are we gonna transport the plane across Canada? You know what? We'll
they're
figure
just
it
gonna fly there. They'll fly themselves there, and we'll go
out.
outside.
Yeah. Oh, Taylor had something to say too. She said another thing: submitting and joining this connects you with all these people, these amazing different types of people. And yeah, like you can like DM us like on our page. Like we're really open. Like we our group and like our like organization is super open to like talking to people, and like that's something that we pride ourselves on. And how like we have like an open door policy. Basically, like if you ever want to talk to anybody, like you have full right and stuff to access that. And like yeah, like we our main purpose is just like to build relationships, right? So yeah, you get to amazing people like Piper and me.
And Taylor's one of our applicants.
Yes, Taylor. Shout
Yeah,
out to Taylor.
so much love. She's awesome. Yeah. So like, what else can I say about it? What are the participants gonna get all out of all that? And just an amazing experience. Like, you get connected with all these people, like Taylor said. It's just all around beneficial. And then you can put that on like a resume. Be like, I got to tour across Canada as a volunteer artist. Like, you're going to want to hire me because I already have this under my belt and I have this amazing company supporting me.
And like another thing too, like this is gonna sound kind of cheesy, but like you get like having an experience like this, you can't really put a monetary prize on. Like when you think back on your life and stuff, like these are the sort of things you'll remember. Like imagine like telling your kids and like your family or whatever, like, oh, like back in my day when you're like 50 years old, like, oh, back when you're a senior now, you're gonna be telling the younger people, oh, back in my day, like I went on this cross Canada tour, I used to do this, and you'd be showing your nieces and nephews or whoever, like, look at this, like grandpa or grandma, you're doing backflips, like look at you now, like it's like these sort of things. I think like these sorts of experiences are what make life enjoyable and what make life memorable, right? Like whenever you talk about like life experiences with like your friends and stuff, you never remember really talk about like the bad stuff. Really, you talk about like the really crazy experiences that you're like, how did this even like happen? Like you're telling me that we went across Canada for like a solid month performing, like what? And like those are the
Right?
types of things that you remember, right? So like I think like having that experience is something that is something that you remember for like the rest of your life, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and like so I've danced. If you're 17, you need a parent consent form. I'm pretty sure if you're under 18.
Yeah, if you're under 18, you
Yeah.
do need your parents to sign off on it. But we have like the forms and stuff online. If you have any questions like regarding like the consent form, like anything regarding like submission and stuff, just like shoot us a DM, and then like we can help you like from there basically. But yeah, if you're under 18, you do need your parents' consent because we're gonna be taking you across Canada, and doing that without your parents without your parents knowing could cause a little bit of issue for us, just a little bit, you know.
Just a little bit. But if you aren't currently like with your parents or they don't have like, so Haley, I know Haley's living situation, and your guardian who's
Yes,
currently
you
with
can sign.
you is also able to sign that. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your parent or guardian, either way works. So
Yeah.
we have all like our forms and stuff online. But if you ever need like specific help or like specific like direction, just like shoot us a DM, and then like we can work from there. Like what I like we try to make the process as like seamless as possible. Basically, like we try to remove as many barriers. Oh, or
Yeah,
guardian.
like we're trying to make it as accessible to anyone and everyone as
Yeah,
we can, you know.
yeah.
What's another? I have another fun story.
Oh yeah.
Um,
More spicy story time with Piper.
well, I don't know about spicy. Got to keep it professional.
Hmm.
But so I've danced and taught dance for quite a while, and another one of my favorite memories is just seeing one of my pieces on stage for the first time and seeing the kids like just love and be so passionate and be so engaged with the audience and with each other. Like it honestly brings tears to my eyes, and it I feel as I work for this organization that everyone that we promote this to is kind of like our students, and seeing them like I haven't seen all of the videos, but like I get prideful seeing anything that we post about all of our people that are so engaged with this, and just having that whole like mentor type relationship just makes the whole thing better. And I love that we can give that chance to people who don't have that chance.
Yeah, and like I think with like that being said, like I think like when you're a performer, the biggest thing that you want to do is like you want to perform in front of a crowd or an audience. I feel like if you're an artist, I don't think you want to keep that to yourself. Like you only perform, like in your room, like away from people. I think when you're an artist or a performer, you want to share that with like everybody, right? And having an audience is part of being an artist, I would argue actually. And so like with this, you literally get the internet, and you get like you can if you're coming with us to like the cross Canada tour, you literally get an audience to see your work. And I think that's what is most fulfilling, because when you're an artist, you don't create stuff just for yourself. You create stuff maybe for yourself, but you want to share that with the world, right? And that comes with like having an audience to watch your work.
Yeah, that's like relating to like, don't do it for them, do it for you. Like, of course, but you still want to do it for them. I know that you want people to
Deep
see you
down.
be awesome.
And like hearing like the crowd applause and like people cheer you, and like afterwards, like when people are like, oh my gosh, like you're amazing, like having that sort of like gratification is part of it. Like I would argue that's a very important part of it as well. Having that
Yeah,
audience
and like,
interaction.
yeah, totally. And seniors, they are the biggest hype men. Like when I was probably like 8, we performed at a senior home in Fort McMurray, my hometown,
Mhm.
and like they thought that we were like Beyonce, Jay-Z, all rolled up into Kanye. Like it was like they were so
Wait. You're
excited.
not Beyonce? Oh,
Oh,
hold on. Girl.
I'm her stand-in, but
Gotta take my
no.
glasses off.
So like there's no one to hype you up more or better or to be like more excited for you than the seniors of our community. Like they haven't been able to even like see or touch their toes in decades. Like they want to see you do toe touch backflips. They want to see you
Yep.
bottle flip. They want to see you do anything, because this is giving them something to be excited about. When it's hard to be excited about things when you've seen so much life already.
And I think that's another important part too that you raised, that like like when you're a senior, you don't like, especially if you're somebody that might not be as close to your family. if you're in that unfortunate circumstance, like being able to watch people perform even for a little bit can like take your mind off of like life and stuff. And so like even in that aspect, you're kind of being like a volunteer, you know, and you're giving back. I think like I think there's like my grandma actually when I was a kid, she told me that it's better to give than to receive sometimes, you know. And like the seniors are high. If someone submits a video with a bottle flip, I will post that on the Instagram. I will post it. If
I
you,
might even post it on my personal. Like, come
I,
on.
I don't know how I feel about a bottle flip winning the contest though. Like, can you imagine? You have like all these people doing like crazy like flips, like these crazy singers, like we have like martial artists, and then like a bottle flip video wins the whole. It could happen. Honestly, it could happen. Like if it goes crazy.
What if the plane guys, the plane
God,
cadets, joined up with the bottle flippers and then they did like an intergenerational collab?
where
Now
yeah,
that could win.
that would be. I don't know how they would figure out like the whole logistics behind that, but I mean,
But
a
hey,
bottle,
that's to them.
that, if a
I'm
bottle
just
flip
giving the ideas.
oh man, if a bottle flip video wins oh, I would just be like everybody needs to step up. Everybody needs to step up because the bottle flipper
Cause,
kid
cause
number
if the
one.
bottle flippers have like, hey, they could be really good at it now. Like I've seen some pretty impressive like kendama peeps. So like
I don't know
I feel
why. Like
like it's totally legit.
when you brought up the whole bottle flip thing, I just imagined like an old man in like one of those like old World War I bombers, and then they do like a flip, and then as they're doing like a full flip, he flips the water bottle while doing a loop in the air, and it
I
lands.
was literally thinking it would land on the nose of the plane after, you know? Like they would catch it. Maybe
I think
even
we
on
I,
the cap.
I think we need I think we need to set it up because we have the vision.
Honestly, I'm gonna try it out right now. Oh, I forgot
the
I'm
fact
not very good at bottle flipping.
the fact you had a bottle ready.
Ever since you mentioned it, I was kind of practicing on the side.
That's so funny, Piper. I was just like, "There's no way." Oh, she has a bottle. She is flipping it.
It was not good though. So
No, you need
if you
more
have more
practice.
talent than me, send in your bottle flip videos.
You need more practice. Honestly, it's all good. Yeah, you have 10 days. Remember, guys, the deadline is on the 26th, so you have 10 days to submit a video. And like, I know for a fact, just as being a university student, we're gonna get people coming in at like submitting videos at like 11:58 on the
Oh,
dot.
you know how we
So
procrastinate. That's kind of
mhm.
like a youth thing that we all do. You know, maybe us youth need. We were hyping us up, but maybe we need more work on this procrastination thing.
And on deadlines, I know for a fact that like you haven't lived until you have to submit an assignment on like 11:59 on a Friday because that's when it's due on like I think you guys have like what Desire to Learn. Is that what they have at UFC
Yeah,
D2L?
D2L.
We have
Yeah.
Blackboard. I think we're switching over, but like
Well,
I
good
could
thing because Blackboard they can tell when you're on other tabs at the same time.
wait really? I
Oh
didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, they
I
can.
didn't know that. Huh. I mean, I wasn't doing anything bad, but like I guess I guess that would be useful to know. But yeah, please don't wait until the last minute, or I guess you can, but make our jobs easier by submitting it before the deadline. But we
And
know,
yours, and yours.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure earlies get bonus points.
Do they actually?
I don't know.
I was like, I am so gullible. I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah. You get bonus points for submitting it on time. But like once again, the deadline is on the 26th. So please, so please. I wasn't doing it. Hey, I've officially graduated now, so technically they can't come after me for that. Like,
Hey,
you know,
it's true. It's true. And
it's all fun.
D2L doesn't have that tech, so you'll be good for your masters.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna be a dino. Ew. Yeah, can
Ew.
you imagine going to UFC? Oh my god, terrible. Where's that
But
take?
look at all the arts culture that's there.
Oh,
And we're
okay.
right next to some senior communities. Like, come on.
That's the only good part, okay? Otherwise, it's tomato, tomato, tomato. Is that the TikTok sound? Tomato, tomato, tomato on at UFC.
Oh, You know, you had me at TikToks. Of course I know that sound. Way too
Honestly,
TikTok.
TikTok is such a trap, though. Honestly, like sometimes that's why I had to like uninstall it from my phone because I'd literally be on it. I'd be like, Kelvin, I'm gonna be on it for like 20 minutes, and then it's like 4 a.m.
I
on a
know,
Monday.
I
So
know. And then you get down to like, so there, what I love about TikTok is that there's so many amazingly diverse people on there. And
yeah,
like some days I can scroll watching like there's this one dancer who only wears like a skull mask and like they wear the same outfit like every day to like to keep their identity like
hidden.
hidden. Yeah, and I'm just like, damn, maybe I should have done that. I'd be dancing way more often if I had done that, so they can't
But
see my
like,
face.
but like the internet will figure it out. Like I was watching this video where like this guy managed to figure out where this guy was living off of like a 5 second video of him in his car.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
was just like, what? No, he found out the exact location of where he was at when he was driving, and it was like absolutely crazy to me. And like, I don't know. I feel like if we could take all the TikTok talent and like apply it to like our caravan of talents, that would be crazy. Because I've seen some crazy talent on TikTok. So like, you know, if you have a crazy talent, you gotta submit it. You gotta submit it,
Yeah.
even
Or
if
even
it's
if it's
not for
not
you.
crazy. Even if it's
Just for
not
me to
crazy.
watch it. Just for me to watch it. Like submit
Yeah.
it for Kelvin. I think that should be a hashtag. Submit it. Hashtag submit it for Kelvin to
I
watch.
like it.
Because sometimes like we have like our marketing group chat and we'll send a video. I'm like, people can do that. Every time I see a video, I'm like, what is going? I legit feel like I need to like work on myself as a person because you're telling me they're actual human beings, the same biology as me, and they're doing this sort of crazy stuff. Like, nah, like
Right?
no way, no way.
Where's your video now, Kelvin? I'm kind of, what, you should do speed drawing.
Speed. It'd be
Speed
so.
art.
It would be so. It would be literally be a stick. It would literally be a stick man, and I'd be like, all right, this is it, guys. It's a stick man. But
Well,
actually,
you could spice them up with some accessories, like a
it's,
cool hat like mine.
it's actually funny you mentioned that because I used to like do a lot of Photoshop. Maybe I might submit a video. I might have a video I might submit now.
I'm a Photoshopper.
I think that might be it. I think I might put that. That would be like the content creation. That'd be in the content creation category. Okay, I'm gonna submit a video.
Yes.
I'm submitting a video. All right, Piper. We.
If you don't video, pissed.
I think now I know what I'm doing this weekend. Honestly, I think I might make a video and submit it. So if there's anything, Taylor says she'll buy. Thank you. It's one of those things where like, hey, we've gained one new person to the caravan of talents, and it happened to be me. So like, if anything happened from this live, we got one more person to submit a video. So
Hey, I
what
mean,
I want to submit.
you're probably going to come for some of the tour anyway, especially when we're in Calgary. So
Yeah.
you might as well do some.
Oh my god. They're gonna be like, so what's your talent? And I'm like, so I work with Photoshop. And they're like, that. What's a Photoshop? What that's a talent? I'm like,
When you're really freaking cool at it, yeah.
I gotta
It's a talent.
I gotta figure out what I want to do now. So okay. So I don't. So hey, you know how it's a successful live when the host actually got signed up.
When the host was convinced that anything can be a talent. Wow, we are so good at our jobs.
Too good, shockingly.
We are almost too good at our jobs. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. I think I need to promote myself if I had the authority.
Have you seen that? There's a movie where like this guy goes into I think was it? Well, you know Rango, the one with like is it the chameleon?
With the lizard.
Yeah, with the lizard, and he goes into
Yeah.
the village, and then there's one guy, and he's like the bartender, he's the sheriff, he's like the doctor, he's everything. I feel like that's us
Yes.
right now. Like, yes,
That
yes.
honestly
Let's
is us.
give ourselves promotions, pat on the back. Good job.
Honestly, that kind of was my thing today, because I literally am already in it, and that's what we talked about.
Yeah.
But hey, if no one's gonna believe in us,
we will believe in ourselves.
Exactly. How can anyone believe in us if we don't believe in ourselves?
Yeah, I guess it's better for us to set the example, and I can't be telling people to be joining the caravan of talents if I'm not in the caravan of talent. So I
Yeah,
think
you're not going
this
to
way,
get those early bonus points, Kelvin, if you waste
yeah,
too much time.
that we totally have. Yep, June 26th. If it's before then, you get bonus points. The main bonus
Yes.
point is my appreciation because then the marketing team doesn't have to rush to post the video. So like,
Ha! So look, there technically is bonus.
yeah, you make my life, you make Kelvin's life easier, but I don't know if people are taking that into consideration.
Yeah, people probably don't. That they're like, that's your job, Kelvin.
Oh, they're like, oh, I have to do my job. Oh, fine, I guess. I was just gonna take my prize money when I win the Caravan of Talents and just just fly off into the sunset, fly off into Halifax.
Well,
Not
you have to
Toronto.
wait for our tour to be over. We'll take you there for free.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. I think my family might have a little bit of issue with me just like leaving the province, but I'll details, details, details.
Hey, at least you don't need that parental consent form.
No, no, I
If
don't.
you're over 18, you don't need that guardian consent form.
Yeah, but if you
You are
are,
your own guardian.
but if you are, we do need it just for legal reasons and stuff, and just so everybody knows what's going on. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's probably time for us to like wrap this up. But yeah, if you guys have like any questions like regarding like the Caravan of Talents, like make sure you can DM us on here. You can send us an email. Oh, Haley had the cry emoji. I'm sure you get it signed off. Like we've done this before. We've done this like twice. So
Yes, I'm gonna put our email that, yeah,
the email for like submissions and stuff here.
yeah.
What Kelsey says? What is love, Karen? Hey, you know what it is.
We'll tell you anyway, though. We're bridging intergenerational gaps, and this campaign takes a specific pose on the arts and how we're bringing arts and love and passion to the all-around community. I think Kelsey joined late because she would have heard that spiel already.
Yeah, we already talked about it, Kelsey.
Yeah, Kelsey.
Now we're gonna have to give her a hard time in our next work meeting.
Yeah, she's gonna get it. She's gonna get the finger shame. You know which one? Wait.
I remember when I was a kid, that used to be like so hurtful to me when I was a kid. Oh my god, when like teachers would do that, I would be like, oh my god. Or like when they're like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Oh, that hits. That just gave me some PTSD.
Yeah. We got a question here before we.
Yeah.
What's going to happen during this tour? So we mentioned this a little bit previously, but during this tour, we're going to visit different cities across Canada. Like Piper has mentioned, we're going to visit Calgary. We're visiting Toronto. We're going to visit Halifax. Am I missing? Am I leaving anything off the list? Those are like the big
those
cities.
are our main ones
Those are like
for our
big
public
cities.
events. But
Yeah.
we're also planning on having private events in 3 other cities. Well, no, 2 other cities because we're going to do 2 in Calgary.
Yeah.
But including Winnipeg and Charlottetown. So
yeah, you definitely get to see a lot of Canada. Like it's a pretty comprehensive tour. Like you get to see a lot of different like sites and stuff. And like once again, like if you're in the city and like you wanna like after like our whole like talent show is over, if you wanna like go and like see different sites and stuff and like explore a little bit, like you're more than welcome to. You're there, so you might as well, right?
yeah.
So like once again, like if you have any questions like regarding that, like you can DM us on here. Piper, I believe, put our email for like the submissions. So you can do that. We're fairly accessible. If you want to like learn more about like our organization or like who we are, like our mission statement and everything like that, if you can go to like lovecaravan.ca, you can find out a lot more about you can find out more details about what we actually do. So
and our steps to apply are all on there laid out, but we'll run through them once more for you. Again, you film your video or find a video that you've already filmed. Make sure it's 2 minutes or less. You are going to get the application form or guardian consent form off of our website, fill those out, email them to the COT submission at lovecaravan.ca email that I put in the chat. And then we'll send you a confirmation. We'll post you up, hype you up on all of our socials. post you on YouTube, and then you'll find out shortly after the 26th if you're gonna come on tour with us. Woo woo!
Yeah, and like just to say again, like if you even if you're not a top 8 like finalist, if you do want to end up coming on tour with us, we will extend that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So like even if you don't win anything, at least you can still win a tour, which I think is pretty sick still. So there's always that opportunity, right?
Right? Super sick.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we should cover? Do you guys have any further questions that we should answer while we're still live, or uh yeah,
Yeah,
what do you think?
we have 7 minutes until Instagram kicks us out.
Yeah, we have 7 minutes until we get
Until
forcefully
we get
kicked off.
X-nayed by Instagram.
Oh, Piper, if no one has any questions, Piper, can you tell us like a little bit about like when you started dancing? Like, did you start when you were young?
Oh yeah. So my dance career, oh my gosh, this is so funny. So anyone from Fort Mac knows there's Fort McMurray dance politics. Um,
Dance politics? Is that a group?
oh, just like Dance Moms, Kelvin.
Oh, okay.
Just like Dance Moms.
Mm.
So when I first started dancing, I started dancing at Keanu Theater, which is also a college, and they have an art program, and that's super awesome. And I didn't get along with the teacher.
Oh,
And you know, you could tell by the way I talk, I'm kind of a loud and arrogant person. So I would get kicked out of the room for being such a disruptance. And I would never get a sticker. I would never get
you
a
never
sticker,
got a
and it
gold
made me
star?
hate them. It made me hate everyone there.
Oh.
And then my mom got in contact with a director from high school that just opened a studio. Her name is Kim Hurley. Shout out to Kim from Generation Dance. And then that's where I danced like my entire life. And I danced there with Haley and Taylor and a lot of other amazing people who should send in their videos ASAP. And we would dance like 5 days a week to 6 or 7 days a week because we always danced on weekends.
Mhm.
Usually like 5 hours a day, super intensive training, all styles. I've trained from ballet, from tap to hip hop being my favorite. And ballet being my least favorite because it's a little dull. But ballerinas are so beautiful, and you can never
Are you
take that away
throwing the
from ballerinas.
gauntlet down? Are you throwing the gauntlet down on
I'm throwing the
ballerinas?
gauntlet down, but
Oh.
let me throw it down even more. You know why? So
You're doubling down?
I'm doubling down. In a ballet production that we did at Generation in Fort McMurray, I played Gaston, and I literally threw down my manly gauntlet way too often. Like, I had a big, thick chest and like curly black hair. I think I had facial hair too. I sang. It was awesome.
Oh, we got a question here. We got 5 minutes, 4 minutes on the live, so this one's got to be a speed run here. Anything about the public event of the tour you guys can leak out? Ooh, we're trying to get
Oh,
spoilers. Trying to
so
get spoilers.
we've been in some development in our team in the background, and I can't give you any of the like guaranteed spoilers yet, but we definitely want to have some type of public event in Calgary for the reasons I said before, and the fact that a lot of us already live here
You get
is
to meet me.
something. Yeah, you can meet me
They're like,
too.
no, that's not a selling point. They're like-
Hey, that's a selling point for me. Okay, Kelvin? Okay?
So
You
yeah,
told
so
me.
far we know that there'll be a public event, or we're planning on having a public event in Calgary. So the details of that will be coming soon. But like yeah, apart from that, we're keeping things a little bit under wraps for the time being. But we will definitely make an announcement when everything is more like ironed out and we have like everything set up. So yeah, we have 3 minutes left before Instagram forcibly kicks us out. So are there any further questions? Are there any concerns? Any questions you guys would like us to answer? Because we have 3 minutes.
Thank you for all your amazing questions today.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
to
Thank
group
you guys so much.
2011, like your questions have been so on point today. Like I love it. And Taylor, of course, we had Taylor live on our last stream, and we had so
Shout
much,
out to Taylor.
like we love so much love for Taylor here at Love Caravan. And that was so awesome. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to do another live next week discussing I don't know, maybe one more quick one, or we get to invite some of our applicants or something. That would be really fun.
I think that'll be really cool to do. And like, thank you, Piper, for coming on the live and talking to me. We we always talk like in work, so like having to do this is a really cool experience. So like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, it was really cool live, and thank you guys for like coming to see us and like coming to engage with our live.
Yeah, you
So
guys made this so amazing. And yes, shout out to Kelvin. Like, this was so awesome. I love getting this far with you. And yeah, you get to see more of us all the time. If you follow us on here at Love Caravan, me and Kelvin are always doing stuff that are interacting with people. So
yeah.
yeah.
Remember, hashtag submit for Kelvin. All right. Remember,
Yes,
submit your
submit it for
videos.
Kelvin. He
Submit it so I
watches.
get to watch it. So I get to watch it, guys. But
Yes.
yeah, thank you guys for for tuning in and stuff. And yeah, keep posted. Like, follow our Instagram, follow our socials, and yeah, be ready for more content.
Okay, thank you so much,
Okay.
guys. We
So
gotta
peace
go
out.
now. Bye.
Take care.